If given the chance for a rematch, what would you do differently?
I'll knock him out.
How could you ensure the knockout? Don't everybody want to get the knockout? Because that's the only way you make sure you don't lose.
Yeah, but no, this time it's because I knew, like, crazy to say, like, I really had a dream. I really had a dream I was gonna knock him out, like, under the 5th round. And when I rewatched it back, like, I think in the 2nd round, I caught him with a, like, check hook, and I know he was hurt. Not at the time. When I watched it, I knew he was a little hurt because the way he fell forward, pushed off of me, and started running in a circle. He doesn't do that the way he fights. He's never off balance. He has good at his stance. He knows how to pull back and run away. But the way he did, he fell forward. It was in the 2nd round, a check hook. And if I was to catch that while I caught him with that and jumped on him, you know, dream would have came true. But like I said, I was super confident. I feel like Lomachenko's a little bit too small for that. It's tough to say because he's did beat great fighters at 135. He's been there for a good amount of fights already. But I know if I was to have a rematch, I'll knock him out.
What's good, YouTube? It's your boy KB with JusDueBoxing, back with another video. And what y'all just heard was none other than the former undefeated, lightweight contender, Jamaine Ortiz, aka the Technician, who's now 16-1-1 after suffering his lone defeat to none other than VASYL Lomachenko, who's now 34 years old, with a record of 17-2. You know what I'm saying? With 11 knockouts. So, Jamaine Ortiz, he said on the Boxing Voice, salute to the Boxing Voice, he said if he got a chance to rematch Lomachenko, he would knock him out. And I thought that was interesting. I for one, I felt like he was talking how a fighter should talk. And, he was confident going into the fight. And I think even despite the loss he suffered from Lomachenko, he still comes off as a very confident kid. And he's big for the weight class. I don't know. I mean, a lot of people don't mention that, but Jamaine Ortiz is pretty big for the weight class. Not so much tall, but just in frame and size. He carries a nice amount of muscle. The kid is only 26 years old. He's 5'8" with a 69-inch reach. He has a similar record to Lomachenko. He's just not a big knockout puncher. He only has 8 KOs out of 16 wins. So, I don't see him knocking Lomachenko out in a rematch, but I could most certainly see him doing a lot better in the rematch realistically because, he did very well in when they stepped in the ring and fought, the first time around. So I think he made a case and an argument that he would be deserving of a rematch if that opportunity presented itself. Now, I, for one, know that, how boxing works and he's not going to get that opportunity, but I think it's wishful thinking. And he did fight well enough to earn a rematch. If it was anybody that deserved a rematch after Lomachenko loss, it would definitely be a Jamaine Ortiz because a lot of people, a nice amount of people, feel like he should have got the decision. They felt like Loma looked old and he felt like the bigger, younger, fresher man, pulled it off. I, for one, I felt like it being Jamaine Ortiz's first time going 12 rounds, it showed, and I felt like the championship rounds is where he slowed down a bit enough for Lomachenko to win those championship rounds, and I think that's what ultimately got him the decision. Jamaine Ortiz, no doubt in my mind, the second time around would do better. You know what I'm saying? He finally got the 12 rounds under his belt. I think he could put himself in a better position, and he kind of knows what to expect in terms of the distance and going that long because like I said, when he got in there with Lomachenko, when you could see it when rounds 10, 11, and 12 hit, he visibly slowed down, and you could see a noticeable difference in his output. And like I said, that allowed the slightly older Lomachenko, still very crafty, allowed him to get back in the fight and kind of get a hold on the scorecards. It got him ahead on the scorecards. He simply just outworked Jamaine Ortiz in those championship rounds, and those were some big moments for Lomachenko. Other than that, the fight was very competitive. It was a lot of ebbs and flows. It was nip and tuck, back and forth. You know what I mean? Jamaine Ortiz showed everybody that he's a credible opponent at 135 pounds. Now, he said that he feels like Loma is too small for this weight class, but he didn't necessarily approach the fight like he was fighting a guy that was so much smaller. He gave Loma a lot of respect, and rightfully so. But again, if we gonna make mention to how a guy doesn't fit naturally in a weight class, I feel like it's a certain way you're supposed to approach that fight. And you were supposed to go in there and go after him. And you did in spots, but like I said, I think you just gassed out a bit down the stretch, and it ultimately cost you a decision on the cards. But that's my thoughts, man. Y'all get in the comment section and let me know what y'all think. Would y'all want to see a rematch? Would y'all want to see volume 2 between Jamaine Ortiz and VASYL Lomachenko? Or you feel like, you know, Jamaine Ortiz should try to get somebody else in the ring and just continue his career? And also, man, y'all get in that comment section and let me know if I gave VASYL Lomachenko and Jamaine Ortiz their just due, because that's what I do over here at JusDueBoxing. To the next one, I'm out. Peace.